Hey you! If you're enjoying Skyline REM and want to help make it happen, you can apply to join our backstage team in the description of this video. If you don't have the time or means, don't sweat it. Subscribe, leave a like, and enjoy the video instead.
Hello? Is anyone there? Riley! My lady? No!
Just fake it. I only know how to pull myself apart. I never thought I'd go this far, but I won't the start. It's over now. Run away, out of time. Find a place where I can never hide. I let it run, I let it run, change, or even strive. Let it burn, I'll never be coming back. 'Cause I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. I'm hoping somebody will say losing my mind. Cause I'm losing my mind.
Ardan carefully examines the contents of the chest curiously. He takes a couple of vestiges from the container and examines them in his palms. You hear his breath catch in relief. This seems to be all of them. Okay, that's good. I was kind of worried for a bit. You rub the back of your head. It was a bit touch and go there for a while, but somehow it all worked out. Ardan gently places the vestiges back inside the chest delicately. Well, your efforts won't go unnoticed, Rex. I'm proud of you. Right. Thanks. You seem distracted, Ardan deduces as he rises to his feet. He turns to you with his arms crossed. Is there something on your mind? Yeah, actually. It has to do with the vestiges. Ardan's brow furrows in concern. Don't hesitate on my account. Please, tell me. It's not that. I just wasn't sure how to say it. I don't have any proof. It's just speculation at the moment, but I think there's someone at the center of everything. He brings his hand to his chin. What do you mean? Dante mentioned something that made me start thinking. He told you there was someone he was working for? No. He didn't say anything about someone else. He just said something that caught my attention. You look to the side, your gaze transfixed on a candle. I thought he lost all the vestiges by himself, but he swore we were responsible. I think someone not only knew about the vestiges, but was making the Silverwings lose track of them so we'd recover them. At first, I thought it was Esmeralda, but that wasn't possible. She was trapped in prison until a few days ago. And that's when I also realized she said she wrote to the Silverwings and Conrad. How? She was locked tight with guards watching her. Someone had to have helped her get those letters out. Someone who's probably also involved with the vestiges. And someone we've never known was a part of it. Until this moment. Connor is right. There is something bigger than all of us going on. Ardan's expression darkens as the gravity of the situation physically forces him to brace himself against the desk. That's not good. He lowers his head as he considers your words. What you say makes sense. An unsettling amount of sense, in fact. What is the likelihood of this stranger being someone we've never encountered before? Who could this person even be? Not a clue. We must proceed with caution. Arden's jaw tightens. We'll have to leave the vestiges hidden here for a while longer. Until we know for certain what's going on, we can't risk losing them again. You nod in agreement. Yeah. You're right. Thank you for telling me this, Rex. He places a hand on your shoulder. I promise that I'll do whatever I can to help you get to the bottom of this. Thanks, Ardan. Until then, try to relax. We'll figure this out eventually, Ardan reassures you. I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do to speak with Reyna or the other Starseekers about this. He puts his hands on his hips. Until then, I noticed that you and your friends prepared quite the feast downstairs. What's the occasion? Oh, right. You grin. To celebrate us retrieving all the vestiges, we decided to throw a party. We invited a ton of our friends to hang out and eat food, and if you wanted, you could stick around for a bit too. Arden chuckles and shakes his head. While I appreciate the invite, I'm afraid that your previous statement didn't leave me with much opportunity to relax. Oh. Sorry. Don't apologize, Arden says as he places a hand on your shoulder. I'm glad you told me. Maybe if your party's still happening, I'll come back to grab a snack or two. He winks. But we'll see. Alright then. Take care, Arden. Enjoy your party, Rex. We'll talk more later. And with that, Arden places his hands behind his back and leaves your room. Dang it. So close. I thought we'd finally be done with these, but guess not out of the woods yet. I don't even know why I told him all of that. But it makes sense, doesn't it? Dante specifically said that we must have been the ones making them lose track of those vestiges, but we weren't. We thought we were just sitting around and they were just slipping out of their grasp because they couldn't control their power, but he knew they had power the whole time. So someone was making him lose them so that we'd find them and get them. And Esmeralda. There's no way she could have got out on her own. And there's no way she could have convinced Conrad to help her on her own. How did she get those letters out? How did she get free? My head hurts. Is it even possible that there was someone really doing all of this the entire time we've been here? From the very start? never thought it was all connected, but now I think it is. Whatever. I gotta forget it. Today's the day of celebrations. We recovered all the vestiges, and we made a deal with Dante so that his silver wings aren't causing any more issues, and everything's on the up and up. I should just have fun. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Hey guys! How's it going? You blow down the stairs like a hurricane and slide your way into the kitchen. London, Ellis, and Vincent are all trying to finish preparations for the party. The cupcakes came out much better than I thought, London says proudly. Once we finish decorating them, we can move over to making more of those potato chips Rex told us about. About that decorating, the frosting's melting off. Ah, right. I knew I forgot to mention something. You were supposed to let them cool before frosting them. Even I knew that one. No one asked you, Ellis. I'm sorry that the art of cupcake decorating isn't in my repertoire. It's fine. We can still salvage it. I can make some more buttercream. You're too kind, London. Unlike some people. Vincent shoots at Ellis. She sticks her tongue out at him. Oh, nice job, guys. It smells awesome in here. Did your meeting with Ardan go okay? I know you wanted to convince him to stay for the party. It went about as well as it could. You frowned briefly. But shake off the creeping dread before it sets in. He might come back, but not sure. Not like we'll have any shortage of food, Vincent says as he sets the cupcakes aside. Although I still think it would have been easier if we had my personal chefs make the spread for us. The ingredients would have been sourced from the finest acres of land REM had to offer. And not to mention, we could have imported the— We get it, you're rich. Alice rolls her eyes. I like making the food ourselves. Feels more meaningful that way. And I suppose it was nice cooking with you all. Aww. I had fun cooking with you too, Vincent. He blushes ever so slightly before clearing his throat. Well, it's not like Alice was doing much. Hey! I put up the decorations! This is gonna be awesome! I can't wait for everyone else to get here! Until then, could you help me with this buttercream, Rex? London asks as her tail sways happily behind her. My arms are tired from all the stirring I've had to do today. Yeah, you got it! You give her a thumbs up. Leave it to me! You walk forward to take the bowl and whisk from London. Here, let me get that. Alrighty. Hen, it's crazy so far. Place looks nice. Trixie and Harper? What's up, guys? You approach the two nobles and the Harpy curiously as they chat outside Vincent's room. Beatrix holds Harper in her arms as though the creature were a stuffed animal, much to your concern. So this is where you've been hanging out. Talk about a downgrade. No offense or anything. None taken. Vincent massages his temples. I'm well aware. Why'd you ditch your old place then? No one could pay me any amount of money to move out of a place as nice as the castle. Vincent considers the question. The castle's fine, but I think I prefer the company in here to the company of the maids. Wow! You've certainly changed. Keep that up and you might actually have a chance with Neris. Please, I'm not interested in that one anymore. Vincent waves his hand at her. Can you put me down now? Harper croaks from Trixie's arms. Aw, but you're so fluffy and cute. Say, who did you say you were with again? That magic teacher, right? This Aurora Alley types drive hard bargains, but I'm sure I can manage. I'm not for sale! Oh, come on, girlie! She flaps her wings frantically, which causes Trixie to cough as feathers dislodge from Harper's wings. Okay, I think it's time to let go of Harper, Trixie. You come to the Harpy's aid and carefully pull her out of Trixie's grip. Harper heaves a sigh of relief as Trixie pouts.
Thanks, guy. I saw my life flash before my eyes.
Harper says as she perches on your shoulder.
That's no fair, Fixer.
Trixie crosses her arms. No, Trixie, I think you had that one coming. Harper isn't a pet. She's a friend.
Uh-huh. A friend who doesn't appreciate being picked up and carried around.
Sorry. Trixie rolls her eyes.
My bad. How was I supposed to know the difference? I can talk!
Harper frowns at her.
I was literally speaking to you this whole time. Could you not hear me or something?
You should have bitten her. That might have gotten the point across. Actually, I'm surprised at your beard, Trixie.
What, you think I'd miss a party? You're funny, Fixer. I'm literally the life of the party. Plus, how could I refuse an invite from Prince Vincent?
Don't put it like that. Let's just say we're even now. I don't owe you anything.
And here I thought you liked hanging out with me.
Trixie tosses her hair. You wish. Harper shudders.
No will scare me. I'm going back to Penelope, guy.
Yeah, maybe that's for the best. I'll leave those two to it. It's nice that they actually still hang out. Let's see. How's everything down here? Oh, it's crowded. Okay. Wait. Solson Somber, Admiral and Lane. What's up, guys? What are you up to? You notice Solson Somber mingling by the door with the two captains of the Aegean Vanguard. Lane tries to maintain his composure, but you can see him visibly sweating as Solson Somber eagerly bounce up and down next to him.
It's a pleasure to meet you once again, Captain Lane! Do you wake up in the morning and braid all your hair by yourself? Or does someone help you with that?
Lane doesn't know how to answer. Oh boy.
Do you have any idea approximately how many monsters you've managed to defeat?
Somber asks as he takes out a notepad.
I'm quite interested in learning how you've managed to grow so capable in such a short period of time. Your story of heroism amongst the rest of the members of the Vanguard is brilliant! Or maybe you braid it all at night before bed. But did someone to help you do that? I need answers!
Yes. Solus and Somber blink at him.
Yes to what?
Somber tilts his head. The Admiral groans. Both of you, silence. Your questions are exhausting.
Of course, our apologies. We do not mean to bother you with our questions outside your time enough as due to your hard work around heroin.
Mm-hmm. Lane nods. However, you can swear that you see him give a grateful look to the Admiral. Huh. Meanwhile, the Admiral continues to cast a gaze towards the kitchen table, where Ren, Julia, Ellis, and Kylan are sitting. She scoffs and crosses her arms before looking away.
Hey, you've been looking over there a lot. I bet you really want to play cards with them too.
What? The Admiral's eyes shoot open. No, of course not. That's a ridiculous assumption.
I'm saying I would not mind including a talented captain such as yourself.
No, I'm fine. I'm not a fan of cards. Or pirates. The Admiral shoots him an annoyed expression. He avoids her gaze. Classic Admiral. I just see they're having fun. Now, what are they up to here? They playing cards? Oh, hey guys. Julia, what's up? You approach the table of food in the center of the kitchen. Unsurprisingly, Ren, Julia, and Ellis are helping themselves while playing a poker game with Kylan. Or at least, Ellis and Ren are. Julia looks over Ren's shoulders at each of her cards.
Hey, what do those numbers mean?
It means I'm gonna win myself a couple of silver coins, Ren announces confidently. You're not fooling me, Ren. I've got this in the bag. You walk to Ellis's side and look over her shoulder at her cards. Yeesh! Not with that hand. Ellis slowly turns to you. You're dead to me.
Sorry!
Then it looks like this game doesn't go to either of you ladies, Kylan announces as he drops his hand on the table. Boom!
God dang it!
Ren shouts as she throws her cards down. You're dead to me too, Ellis tells him. Once a bad sport, always a bad sport. Looks like nothing's changed. You think I could join you guys for a game later? Khan's expression immediately drops. No.
But why not?
Because you win every time! Your luck is ridiculous! Yeah, that makes sense. What do you mean? You've got to be the luckiest guy I've ever met. Ellis agrees with them. What? I'm not that lucky. Think about it. You landed right next to our ship when you fell out of the sky. If it weren't for me, you'd have been stuck at the bottom of the ocean. And then, without any experience whatsoever, you fought off my strongest fighter and took on an adult kraken. You carefully take in her words. And let's not forget how you stumbled your way through saving London's life, Ellis adds. And your asinine plan to recover the vestige somehow working. You've been flying by the seat of your pants this whole time, and it keeps working out. I really am lucky!
Maybe luck's your superpower, Julia says. Since you're so lucky, you can never lose. That's so cool. Well,
not exactly. I still suck at a lot of things. I've messed up tons of times. Even your losses feel like victories. It's really annoying sometimes.
thank you.
Come on, deal us in again, Ren tells Kylan. I'm earning my money back. I'm not about to lose it all to Rex, so butt out. You heard the captain, Ellis shrugs. Maybe next time, Rex. Man. Okay. Fine. I'm gonna... Ooh. What are they doing over there? What's going on over here? As you start to leave the kitchen, you notice 3 people huddled in a corner. 2 of them are holding wine glasses while the other sips idly from a glass of water. So, you say you're an occult researcher? Penelope questions the man as she swirls the wine around in her glass.
That is correct.
Lyle nods at her with a thin smile. I believe I've heard Rex mention that study before. I can't say I'm familiar with it. It is not a common discipline, Lyle admits. After all, most individuals would find it disturbing to commune with the spirits. But I find comfort in their company. I see. Penelope frowns. I'll admit to being morbidly curious after Rex told me about your abilities. I had no idea you had such magic, Lyle. That's very impressive. You both flatter me. I should be the one commending both of you on your own prowess. I've heard that Miss Delvaux is one of the most skilled mages in the city, second only to the Star Seekers themselves. Is that what they say about me? My. Isn't that ironic? And Miss Remington has the kindest heart in the city, with powerful healing magic to supplement her generosity. The spirits of the graveyard have always been rather fond of you. Really? I wish I'd known when I was still a priestess. But that's all I have, I suppose, London deduces as she sips from her water. I know next to nothing about magic. My necklace does all the work. Is that so? Well, luckily for both of you, I happen to bring some light reading, Penelope says. She reaches into a tote at her side and pulls out a large compendium of magical knowledge. You recognize it as the same textbook she uses for all of your lessons. Ah, London blinks at the book in surprise. You, certainly come prepared, don't you? What sort of educator would I be if I wasn't? Penelope asks. Now then, if you could direct your attention to the first chapter, I can explain to you the fundamentals of basic viridescent spellcasting in no time. For once, it seems that even Lyle's at a loss for words. Oh dear. Yeah, good luck to them. Uh-huh. Oh. I guess I should just hang out with some people, kill time. I can't play, but I could watch, right, guys? I'm gonna watch. Alright. Oh, sorry. I had to sneeze. Let's see. What the?
I want to barge in, but
What?
hey,
Lily?
I need your help.
Whoa, Lily. Rex furrows his brow in concern. What's going on?
We have a big problem. It's about Blythe.
Guests of the party begin to go quiet and look toward your conversation. Sorry, guys, just give us a second, okay? Rex ushers Lily away and lowers his voice. What about her?
We were talking, and out of nowhere, some hooded person just attacked us.
What hooded person? Was it?
No, it wasn't Esmeralda. They weren't wearing a mask. But whoever they were, they had this object. It looked like a relic or something. They used it on Blake, and she started to go crazy again. Like what happened at the castle, but so much worse.
There's such a thing as worse than that?
Trust me. Please, I'm really worried for her. I don't know where she went.
Worried for her? Vincent approaches your group with his arms crossed. Vincent? You realize she tried to kill my parents, right? He raises an unsympathetic eyebrow.
She wasn't in her right mind. Conrad put that vestige inside of her to manipulate her.
Do you think she's in trouble? London murmurs as she and Ellis also approach the group.
Yeah, I do. I want to help her, but I knew I couldn't do that without you and your friends, Rex.
Max glances back into his house sadly. But her party. It's all right, Rex, London reassures him. The sooner that we solve this problem, the sooner we can come back and carry on. We can tell the guests to stay here while we step out for a couple of minutes. I guess you're right. Alright, let's save Blythe or something. Man, that is a weird thing to say out loud.
It's weirder to hear, and I've heard it to hear it twice now. Can I be the first to say that I don't agree with this?
You have any idea where she ran off to, Lily?
Hmm.
She can't have gotten far.
She'd want to stay somewhere familiar, so she wouldn't have just left Erwin.
Where did the attack happen?
Near Waterside by one of the parks.
We can start by searching Astra Centrum then, I suppose. We're already here, and it's the district closest to Waterside Grove, aside from Latona Gate.
I guess, yeah. But there's still so much ground to cover. She needs to help now. And what if she's sitting somewhere in Latona Gate about to hurt someone?
Hey, don't worry. We'll find her. Somehow. Suddenly, Rex's eyes light up. In fact, I think I know exactly how we'll do it. Oh, yeah? Yeah, right here. Rex reaches into his focus pouch and pulls out the tiny form of Nebula by the back collar of her dress. She shrieks as she swings back and forth between his fingers.
Hey, what's the big deal?
Nebula? Oh, the little pixie. I almost forgot you had one of those.
Yeah, but she's not a pixie. Back when Blythe first lost it, it was Nebula who helped me find you guys in the forest. She'll know how to track Blythe's energy better than anyone.
Is that true? Can you help Nebula?
I don't know. I don't even know what's going on. Who's trying to take a nap in there?
You can sleep?
I can do anything I set my mind to. What's the situation?
We need you to find Blythe now.
Oh, wow. Okay, it's an intense situation. Got it.
She should still be an heroine. Can you find her? Nebula hums as she worms out of Rex's grip.
I definitely sent something off immediately.
That's not a good sign.
Where's it coming from?
It's not far from here.
I can lead the way.
Please do. I'm not interested in going through what happened at the castle again. I was washing goo out of my hair for weeks.
That's what you're focusing on? Not the royal family's lives being at stake?
She was kidding, I think. Come on, let's hurry and figure this out.
Okay.
A purple person walking through the streets. Yeah, remember when we tried being subtle? Me neither. Hey, ease up. It can't be that bad, right?
I don't know, it doesn't feel great. You didn't see what happened. The attacker came out of nowhere.
A hooded person? What do you mean, relic? What do you mean, relic?
I don't know, it was this thing and it was spinning and...
Huh.
It's just... Blight started freaking out. It was just like it was back at the castle.
Did they look like a silver wing, or...?
No. They didn't have masks. They had a cape. It's so strange. But I'm really worried about her. She wasn't doing great all day.
And you've
anyway,
never seen
either.
anyone like this before.
Mm-hmm.
And
Never.
it just happened? Like, there was nothing happening like the past few days? Like, no one was following you, or...
No. Nothing feels good right now.
What? Oh, we gotta be close. Move, go, go, go. She's gotta be nearby. Blythe? Nebula comes to a complete stop as she stares into the sludge-filled alleyway. She covers her mouth with her palm, with her hand, and seems to grow dizzy as she drifts backward into Rex's palm. Nebula? You okay?
I'm gonna be sick. I got a really bad feeling, Rex.
And the hairs on the back of Rex's neck stand on end, and Aiden, London, and even Ellis begin to shudder.
Guys? Are you okay? Something is very much wrong, Lily.
Yeah, even I can feel that energy. They have trash magic sense.
What did you say happened to her again, Lily?
This hooded person used a weird object on her.
Whatever that object was did more than mess her up. Come on. You carefully track into the alleyway, being careful to avoid any huge piles of Petri and ooze. A quiet cackle emanates from the darkness.
Blythe? Are you in there?
You hear shuffling in the depths of the alleyway. London's ear twitches and she brings a finger to her lips.
Lily?
Blythe's voice replies. Lily quickly rushes forward. She ignores the inky slime on the floor as she tries to find the source of the voice.
Blythe, hey, it's gonna be okay. I brought help.
Her words are met with nothing but silence.
Lily? Please come back. I don't like this. Blythe, answer me. I'm here to help you. You shouldn't have come looking for me.
Blythe croaks back to her. You hear more shuffling as a figure begins to walk into the light once again. Rex places a hand over his mouth as Blythe's melted form meets you all. What the heck?
Are you alright?
She takes another step forward, but Blythe jumps away from her.
Don't! Blythe, please! This... this isn't...
She brings her hands to her head.
Is this light annoying you? Or is it just me? Lily, get away from her.
Lydia growls protectively. Vincent draws his weapon and immediately points it at Blythe. She's unstable.
Can everyone just calm down?
I'm not going to let her threaten my family again, Lily! Vincent starts to speak, but Lily waves him off as she tries to calm down Blythe.
Look, I don't know what's going on, but it's fine. The person is gone, okay? So Try to stay calm and breathe. Is that what you want me to do? Maybe a little meditation while I'm at it?
Riley, be careful.
It doesn't work that way, Lily. It never did. You think you understand what's going on, but you don't. You and everyone else in this city is stuck in your stupid little bubble of light. I'm sick of it. That's not true at all. Save it.
She growls. She grabs at her head again and laughs.
You're right. I couldn't agree more.
Who's she talking to?
I don't know what.
Blythe smiles at you all.
This place would look so much better with a little more red.
Riley, this is bad. We have to.
I know this isn't you. You can get through this. Just let me. Stay away from me! Sorry, Lily. Heroin. I guess it just wasn't meant to be. I'm too late. I'm too late.
The lady whispers as she looks toward the sky.
That's a really big portal. How the heck does she have the power to do that? A portal like that would take massive amounts of dark magic. Lady, what's going on? What's wrong with her?
The lady's jaw tightens.
I could ask you the same thing, Lily. Why did I sense such an increase in Blight's dark power? What did you do? Me? I didn't do anything. I was trying to make her feel better after you left her in my house.
Riley.
No, I'm not about to let this go anymore.
Riley storms forward and jabs her finger at the lady.
You preach about how you're not the bad guy and how you care about this world, but you don't care about anything, do you?
The lady narrows her eyes.
You will not speak to me that way, Lily. I think I will. Oh. I think she will. It's about time she learned to stand up to a hideously stylish woman like you. If it weren't for you, then maybe Blythe wouldn't be melting before our eyes. Maybe she wouldn't be used as a weapon by Alden, or she wouldn't be seen as a monster by Erwin.
The lady clenches her fists.
You will not call her such a thing. Do you understand me? You're the reason that people call her that. You made her a monster. I never did such a thing. I was trying to protect that girl and give her a life in this world. And you dare to raise your voice and imply that I'm the reason behind her behavior. Well, if it wasn't you, then who was it? Why is she like this? The light is not always kind to that which it cannot understand, you naive girl. That child there is frightened. She is scared. She has powers you cannot even begin to comprehend. And who was the one that was by her side through it all? It wasn't you.
The lady smooths her hair back and takes a calming breath.
It wasn't you. Then please, talk to me. Tell me what's going on for once. Tell me the full story. For the sake of this city, and for the sake of my friend. Who is Blythe? Why does she have this power, and how can we possibly help her?
The lady hesitates at Lily's words, before heaving a sigh.
And the story I'm about to tell you is not one for the faint of heart.
I think we can manage. We just want to help fix this. The lady remains quiet for a moment, before clearing her throat.
Then fine. I will tell you everything. Like all of us, Blight started as a mere child, with not a petulant curiosity. Being a Petrian in a land like Dramos was a rare thing indeed, and Blythe had no one to teach her how to live. Such is the fate of most Petrians. Age suddenly and stumble through the world as a victim of your own animalistic nature. As punishment for serving the whims of her instincts, she was cast the ultimate punishment for a crime she knew nothing of. The lords of Dramos ruled her too dangerous even by their standards, and thrust her into the void where she'd never escape. For almost anyone, this would be a death sentence. No mortal creature can survive the void for longer than a few passing minutes. But Blythe was different. The madness of the void is woven with his influence. A dark god known as the All-Knower. He knows the secrets of the universe, and he whispers them to his disciples, whether they ask for his wisdom or not. He can teach them how to harness his dark power in new ways, such as opening crimson portals. While Blythe managed to escape the void, it was not without consequence. The All-Knower had already sunk his teeth deep into the darkest corners of her mind. And that is precisely why I decided to step in.
The lady glares at you all.
Don't you see? I didn't force Blythe to be a weapon. I didn't mold her into a monster. I saved her. I took her under my wing and I protected her. Why do you think I gave her a collar in the first place? It was to keep her safe. I left her with you for the exact same reason. It is by my will that she hasn't lost her mind on her form yet and become a primal beast out of anyone's control.
Oh my god. Ella shakes her head with wide eyes. That's so messed up. I had no idea they exiled people to the void as punishment in Dramos. London's tail tucks between her legs.
How could they possibly do something like that? Sure, she's a little crazy at times, but she's not evil. She never was. We never were. And yet you and all the others of this world vilified her. I was her only salvation.
Vincent scoffs and looks to the side. So now what? As our salvation, you have any plan to fix this whole mess?
No.
What do you mean, no?
This is the worst even I've seen her. I'm not sure what caused this sudden change, but it's nothing that I know how to fix. As of now, this entire city is in terrible danger. Gee, really? I couldn't tell that from the giant portal in the sky.
Yeah, can we focus on that for 1 second? What do I do about that?
I don't know. Is there anything you do know? I know that that portal will continue to spit out dark creatures until eventually the city is overrun. I know that the entirety of Erewhon will be consumed by this darkness if the portal is not closed.
We could have assumed as much. I don't think a massive portal's supposed to do good things. Lily looks toward the portal with a determined expression.
Then we'll have to figure it out for ourselves. That's a big ask, Lily, dear. And I thought the palace invasion was a lot of pressure.
You have any ideas, Lily?
No, none at all.
Well, you sure sound confident.
Because I know we can do it. Idea or not, it wouldn't be the first time we've had to improvise. And it worked out so far.
I don't know if I'd say that.
Novia mutters from behind Rex's coat collar. She glares at the lady suspiciously. You've just been lucky.
Fine then. We'll use more of our luck here then. I'm not just gonna stop Blythe. I'm gonna save her. We are going to save her from this.
And if we can't do that, what if she's too far gone?
She's not. I know she can come back from this. After all this time, I still have faith in her. This is our chance to save a life. Are you guys with me?
Her team walks forward without hesitation.
Did you even have to ask? Here with you until the end. Thanks, guys. Rex, what about you?
The fixer of heroin. If there's a problem, then I'm going to fix it.
Good. Then we need to act now. How are we gonna get up to her? Portal's really far up. Lady, can you do that? I can, but it would not be wise to face Blight at her full strength. I do not believe that would end well. Let's start by doing what we can on the ground first. Maybe we'll find a way to weaken her?
Want me to help?
What would you do?
The darkness in this city. It's condensing in certain areas like the beacons of light across the kingdom. I don't know what they are, but it might have to do with something to do with everything going on.
Your help would be greatly appreciated. These monsters are getting out of hand. We should go check on the hunters before anything else. Make sure everything's being handled all right.
Light glances at Rex. Her brow furrows as she notices his expression.
Hey, you okay?
We need to do everything we can on the ground first, right?
Yes?
Then you try to stop Blythe. I'm going after the person behind everything. Lily opens her mouth to speak, but Rex certainly turns away and rushes off. She blinks in confusion as he disappears around a street corner. What? Rex! Where are you going? Alice barks. She begins dashing after him, and Vincent and London follow suit.
Okay.
Damn it. Out of my way! You run down the street furiously, your mind racing at a million thoughts a minute. A stranger attacks Blythe? Someone you've never heard of before, with a powerful artifact at their disposal? What does it mean? What did they do to Blythe, and why now? Rex, slow the hell down! You stop in your tracks and turn around. Alice, Vincent, and London jog after you to catch up. Quit panicking, Fixer. It's not going to get you anywhere. Sorry, you're right. I understand why Lily wanted to go after Blythe. I really do, but there's something going on here that I just can't put my finger on.
Something like what?
Like the person who really caused this is. That's the most important thing to you right now? For me, yeah. For you guys, no. You guys have to get back to the house. What? Why? Why can't we help you, Fixer? The vestiges are still there. There's no one watching them. He's right. Damn it. I'll figure it out, I promise. But you guys have to watch the vestiges.
Are you sure?
You don't have to go it alone, Rex. Alice crosses her arms. What's with you today? Nothing, just... Please listen to me. Alice stares at you with narrowed eyes for several moments, before finally relenting. Fine. Come on, guys, let's go. Seriously? London turns to Alice with a frown. I know that look. There's no changing his mind. Whether we like it or not, the stubborn idiot wants us out of the way. So, let's get out of the way. You watch, crestfallen, as your friends sprint down the streets to the crimson chaos. You're left alone with nothing but your thoughts as you sink to the floor. The vestiges are the most important thing. You need them protected. But how are you supposed to go at this alone? Was that the right decision to send your friends away? Can you do this? Rex? Huh? You look to your side and see Ardan staring at you from the streets. What? Ardan! Are you alright? He asked with a slight pant in his voice. Why is there a portal in the sky? It's a long story. Someone attacked Blythe and did something to her, and now she's opened that giant portal and... Hey. Ardan places his hands on your shoulders. Stay calm. I'm here. Start from the beginning, alright? Right. You begin to calmly explain the situation to Ardan. He listens quietly and nods along as you ramble. And then... I just sent my friends away because I don't know what to do, and... Stop, Rex. He shakes his head with a sigh. Your friends are more than capable of protecting those vestiges. And you're more than capable of doing what you think is right. Lily and the Vanguard will handle the monsters and that portal. It's going to be okay. Are you sure? Dead, sure. And now, I'm here. So, tell me, what's got you so worked up? You look down at the floor, your fist shaking. I think I have an idea of who did this. Really? Ardan's eyes widen. I was right to be worried. After I talked to you earlier, I tried to push the idea of there being someone behind it all out of my mind. When Lily told me someone attacked Blythe, it all started to make sense. That attacker has to be the stranger. The stranger. The person who helped Esmeralda. The person who sabotaged the Silverwings. The person who has an artifact stronger than a vestige. Ardan nods along with your reasoning. There must be someone that knows about everything going on. They have to be. There's no way they would know about all of this in Blythe. They had to have been involved from the start. And not just with the edict, the Silverwings and Olden, but with us, too. Ardan's eyes widen in horror. A Starseeker. The air falls dead as you and Ardan stare at one another. Ardan takes a shaky breath. Dear gods. How could I be so blind? He falls to his knees. You see tears well up in his eyes. Almost immediately, your anxiety melts away and is replaced with concern. Ardan? Ardan, are you okay? You rush to the man's side as he stares vacantly at the ground. You see small stains form on the stones of the Arrowwood streets as teardrops find their way down his features before falling off the edge of his jaw. It's not possible. It's Fixer. We're a family. They're the closest thing I have to friends. To even consider that one of them could do something like this. I could be wrong, right? I've just been speculating this whole time, Ardan. It could... No. You're right. It's the only thing that makes sense. He wipes his eyes with his sleeve before continuing. It would have to be a Starseeker. A Starseeker would have access to Esmeralda. A Starseeker would know about the vestiges. And someone with power, like you said, could only be a Starseeker. His fingers dig into the fabric of his pants. I never wanted it to come to this, Rex. And of everything, I never wanted things to be this way. I would take any reality imaginable over the one we found ourselves in. It's okay. You didn't know. We didn't know. But if it is a Starseeker, we need to figure out which one. If we don't, we'll never find out what they're scheming. You're right. He nods as he pushes himself to his feet. Their actions make little sense at present. We need to uncover the truth. But... He stares at the ground sorrowfully. I don't know how I could interrogate my friends. To accuse them of something like this. Would they even confess? Your brow furrows as you too look at the ground. But then an idea flashes across your mind. You look up with conviction. We won't have to. I can find the answers myself. Ardan's eyes widen as he looks at you. You can? Absolutely. I can see their memories. I'll know if they were evil all along just by feeling their emotions. If one of them had negative intent the whole time, I'll be able to tell. Ardan is stunned, but he slowly nods. That is incredible. Rex, you may just save this city yet. You find a grin creeping at the corner of your mouth as you look at Ardan. You watch as his expression hardens. Come, Rex. Let's move with haste. We must get to the bottom of this before it's too late. I'll escort you as best as I can, no matter how many monsters stand in my way. Right. Let's do this. Find the Star Seekers. Find who did this. Make everything right. Thanks for the assist. These creatures. Jeez. That portal really will eat the whole city. If you find the Star Seeker, it won't matter. Oh, the thing! It's really strong! Okay. There are monsters all over the streets. Whoa! Oh, this is a big one! Hold on, maybe the square might be a good place to start. We can find our way around from there. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay. Oh no, there are more monsters! Okay. Hey, is that Bastion? I think that's Bastion! You and Ardan rush into the main square of Astra Centrum, as dozens of members of the Aegean Vanguard hold off the hordes of dark creatures. Bastion extends his sword forward as he commands the guards. On my signal! Ready? Steady! Attack! The guards rush forward with heroic cries as they strike the monsters down in one fell swoop. They all remain in a confined formation. The laws for a perfect defense while they take on the throngs. There he is! You dash into the square as the last wave of monsters falls to the members of the Vanguard. Bastion! You call to him. The butler turns his attention to you quickly. Rex! Ardan! He says as he steps down from his perch atop a bench. It's good to see you, sirs. Why aren't you with the king and queen? Given the severity of the threat, we agreed it would be better if I assisted in commanding the Vanguard. The portal above us has left the entirety of this city in disarray. The Admiral and Captain Lane, while both talented, lack the ability to defend the entire city at once. While they defend the outer reaches of the city, I have sworn myself to guarding its beating heart. As for your concerns, their majesties are perfectly capable of defending Hydra's castle themselves. He wipes down his blade and adjusts his monocle. I can only assume you came to offer your assistance in this battle. I would expect nothing less of the Valorant of Unity and the Fixer of Erewhon. Well, yes, but we needed to ask you something first. Of course. Ask away. Sir, however, I must recommend that you make it quick. These troops are relying on my command to emerge victorious in this battle, and the crowds of monsters have been never-ending. It'll only take a second. See, Ardan and I... You pause. You have no idea how to ask him what you need to ask him. Until Ardan steps in. We have a different strategy to approach this fight. It might seem strange to you, but you'll have to trust that we have our reasons. Right. I trust you both wholeheartedly, Bastion says with a respectful bow. Tell me what you need of me. There's something bigger going on here. In order to figure it out, I need you to show me one of your memories. Bastion raises an eyebrow. I am afraid I'm not sure to do such, sir. Don't worry about the how part. I can handle it. I would just need you to focus on it as hard as you can, so I can see it too. Alright then. Any memory in particular? I want to know how you became a Starseeker. Very well. Although I can assure you it may not be nearly as grand as you anticipate it being. That's fine. I'm not looking for grand. You reach out to take his hand. Take my hand. Bastion complies and places his palm over yours. Your jaw tightens as you try to tune out the fighting all around you and focus on Bastion. If you can cut through the noise, maybe you'll be able to make that connection. The clashing of swords begins to echo and turn into nothing but white noise as you slip out of your own skin. You open your eyes to the familiar training grounds of Hydra's castle. Two men spar before you with speed and precision you didn't even know was possible. You can recognize the older man as Bastion. He doesn't look much different, albeit missing a couple of wrinkles and having a bit more of a spring in his step. It takes you a moment to recognize the other man. He's much younger than he was when you first met him. King Darius. His facial hair is gone, and the gray streak in his hair hasn't formed yet. He has a youthful glint in his eyes as he lunges forward with a grin, trying to knock Bastion down. However, the encounter is short-lived, as Bastion quickly gains the upper hand and flourishes the king's sword out of his grip. You swear that his disarming move seems familiar. Didn't Vincent teach you the exact same maneuver? Ha! The king pants. Look at that! I had a feeling you were holding bad on me. Even in your old age, you're one of the best fighters I've had the pleasure of sparring with. Darius bows to him. I accept my defeat. Bastion smirks. Please, you flatter me, sir. I'm certain there are plenty of young men and women who out there with more agility and strength than I. Time's not been kind on these bones. No need to be so humble, Bastion. It's no wonder that Erewhon has been such a safe haven. I can imagine what you were like back in your prime. I'll bet you had the enemies cowering before you even made your first move. Why did you resign from your position in the Vanguard? Did you simply wish to retire? Or is there more to it? Bastion looks up toward the sky as he reminisces. When I was a captain of the Queen's Guard, I felt as though the battlefield was where I belonged. But over time, things began to change. Other guards began to stand out amongst the troops, and I realized there was no need for me to continue the fight when so many more talented fighters were waiting in the wings. And as the world continued to spin, my own fatigue only grew. It was for the best that I stepped down and resigned myself to serving my queen before the inevitable end. I only hope I left the kingdom in a state of which the generations ahead of me are stronger and wiser than I was. Do you ever miss it? The thrill of a fight? Perhaps on occasion, Bastion says with a smile. But I'm content with where I am. He sheaths his weapon gracefully. As much as you praise my ability, I must commend your own strength, your majesty. While you do lack the finesse of royal swordplay, your skill is undeniable. Bastion, Darius says. Bastion pauses to glance back at him. What if there was a way for you to use your skills and defend this city without being in the front lines? Bastion pauses and looks back at him. Oh? I've no doubts in what you said, that there are other guards who have that same passion you did. But don't you think it's a pity that your incredible talent won't be passed down? Darius crosses his arms. Personally, I see it as a darn shame. And what would you suggest? I'm afraid returning to my previous position is quite impossible. It might not be as impossible as you think. If I'm going to help rule this kingdom, then I'm going to need a group of people I know I can trust, who care about Erwin's future. I couldn't think of a better person than you to be its second member. And who would the first be? Me, of course. You could continue your duties without sacrificing that passion for fighting. You can prepare the next generations of captains to take on any challenge with your same strength and finesse. And above all, I know that you're the right man to train my children for a future where they can survive anything. Once Alexander's older, he will need guidance on how to lead this kingdom. And I don't want Vincent to ever have to worry for his own safety. I want to give them the brightest future this world has to offer. And I can only do that with your help. Bastion stares at the king in surprise, before he gives him a warm smile and a bow. It would be my pleasure, your majesty. Please, call me Darius. We're friends, Bastion. You are my equal. Does this group of yours have a name? I've been thinking about it. And how do you like the sound of Nox Requitor? You pull away from Bastion and rub your head slowly. Bastion gives you a confused look. Are you alright, sir? Yeah. I'm okay. Thanks. I hope my memory was satisfactory. I'm unsure what you will use that knowledge for, but I'm sure you have your reasons. He looks back toward the troops. If that will be all, sirs, I must return to my duties. Of course. Don't let us keep you any longer. Bastion jumps back up onto the bench and continues to shout out orders to the troops as you turn back to Ardan. So, what do you think? I don't think it's him. He's been loyal to this kingdom longer than I've been alive. He served the queen before King Darius came along, and he was a devoted captain to the early vanguard. He's passionate about protecting Erwin and keeping the city safe. In fact, he was eager to help train Alexander and Vincent on fighting because he wanted to make sure the future generations of Erwin were better off than he was when he started. I felt nothing but love for this kingdom. He's a good man who always did his best for the good of everyone else. There's no way he'd throw that all away. Ardan considers your words carefully as he brings his hand to his chin. Alright then, we'll just have to look elsewhere for the traitor. And where to next? The other Star Seekers should be around here somewhere, Ardan states. We'll have to look around. Similar to Bastion, they're probably working at defending the city, and any citizens that haven't fled indoors. You nod in agreement. We could check near the courthouse. That's where Zion spends most of his time. Good thinking. I'll be right behind you, Rex. Let's go. I need to keep moving. Nox Requitor. That's the Star Seekers. So it started with Bastion. He's been around the longest, and he's arguably the most loyal. He loves this kingdom, and he loves everyone in it. There's no way he could have done this. No chance. All of his emotions, love, pride, honor, it wouldn't fit. Need to keep going. I think it's near the aqueduct, so if we head this way. No. More of these creatures. The city's crawling. It's a good thing everyone's gone, I guess. I hope they're all okay. At least these creatures don't seem interested in trying to break into houses. That's a good sign. As you continued through the streets, you find your path blocked by numerous dark creatures. They bare their teeth and growl at you and Ardan. Ardan forms his ethereal blade in the palm of his hand. An ambush, it seems. Ready, Rex? Right behind you. You withdraw your sword and equip one of your spells as you prepare for a fight. However, as you get ready to attack, look out below! From the rooftops, a figure leaps into the fray and intercepts your path. They hold a dagger in either hand, which they throw at the creatures with perfect precision. Magnificent, pure white wings flutter behind them as they push against the air to propel themselves forward. In one clean motion, they grab their daggers from the ground and finish off the last of the creatures with a fluid stab to the back. It takes you a moment to process what's going on, as your eyes try to focus on the newcomer. You recognize the celestial scarf around their neck. Wait, Zion? Zion glances up at you and Ardan with a grin. Oh, it's you guys! What's up, Dread Guy? Ardan. Glad to see you're in good spirits, Ardan says as he dematerializes his sword and crosses his arms. I didn't know if I'd put it that way. He rubs the back of his neck. Energy in the air is really off-putting. I've been trying to ignore it. Do you have wings? Zion turns around to look at his back, as if it were the first time seeing them too. Oh, yeah, I usually hide them under my jacket, but in a fight like this, it would just slow me down. What are you? Zion's an angel, Rex. Angels are real? Come on, Ardan, you were always stealing my thunder like that. My apologies, Zion. Zion, could I ask you for something? Oh, anything for my second favorite dread. I need to know how you became a Star Seeker. Is now really the best time for that? The city's falling apart, Rex. It's important. Please. I just need you to focus on that memory so I can see it too. You approach him and hold out your hand. That's all I ask. We don't have time. He considers the serious glint in your eyes and glances back at Ardan skeptically. I know what you're thinking, and it doesn't matter right now. Just show him the truth. Alright. I guess the cat was gonna come out of the bag eventually. He places his hand in yours. As long as it's quick! I'm all for slacking off, but in case you haven't noticed, there's a huge portal above the city. Just need a second. You close your eyes as you tune out the chaos around you and focus only on Zion. You let your mind clear as your form becomes weightless and the sea of white noise ringing in your ears. Where am I? Is this a cell? You've never been in the prison cells underneath Arrowin. It's dark and musty. The only light belonging to some dusty overhead lanterns. Within the cell, a dirty and ragged angel sits by the bars. He tries to poke his head through the metal to see the corridor beyond his prison. Hello? Anyone? Ugh, come on, this is so boring! Footsteps begin to echo toward his cell. You look in the direction of the noise and find Darius with his hands behind his back. The gray streak in his hair is slightly more visible, and he has some facial hair growing in over his upper lip. Finally! What's it take for a guy to get a little company around here? Darius considers the young man carefully. So the rumors are true. There was an angelic thief in Arrowin. Color me impressed. But what is someone like you doing out here? Darius kneels down in front of the bars. Last time I checked, your people prefer to stay in the clouds. Psh! Yeah, well, Ethereal is boring too. It's either stay up there and become fallen for having a little fun, or come down here and keep the party going without losing the pretty white. He flutters his feathers. I think the white matches my eyes, don't you? Quite well. But it's not that part that caught my interest. I'm more intrigued by your little party trick. I don't know what you're talking about. The Walleye family had quite the interesting tale to share. It involves an angel that magically managed to clear out where they kept their riches and wipe their vaults clean. Does that ring any bells? No. A shame. I was hoping that was you. Anyway, they'll be sharing a cell down here soon as well. Enough. Huh? Well, they mentioned their wealth having gone missing, so I had my council do some investigating. It turns out their entire treasury was unrightfully inherited from a different family, the Rothans. But I have a feeling you already knew that. Hence why you decided to pick their vaults clean and place their belongings in the Rothans' small home. The angel is silent as Darius steps closer to the bars. He crouches down a bit to look Zion in the eyes. You knew they were lying about where their money came from. And you knew it from just one conversation. How did you do it? Read people, that is. Everyone I've met so far has been an open book. You can tell when people are lying to you. Yup. Doesn't matter their race, their gender, their age. They can't hide anything from me. Which makes it easier for you to take advantage of them and take their belongings. No comment? What's your name? Zion. Alright, Zion. Let's make a deal. I think your ability would make a useful asset in my kingdom. What's that mean? I want to employ you as a member of my council. Of course, that means you'd have to give up being a criminal. Do you think you could do that? And what if I refuse? Well, I'll suppose you have to stay down here in Rotten Prison. I'll leave you here and you'll live out the rest of your sentence. Yeah, right. I'm not working for you. Darius blinks at him. Alright, suit yourself. Without a moment of hesitation, he starts to walk away. Zion's eyes widen. What? Hey! Wait a second! I thought you told me you could read people. Alright, wise guy. I think you're so funny. Fine. I'll do your dirty work. Whatever that is. Don't worry. I'm sure you'll find the task I have for you quite entertaining. You pull away from Zion in surprise. You were in prison? Ironic, isn't it? I went from street rat to grand judge. But you won't see me complaining. Darius was right. It's a lot more fun to catch criminals than to be one. He crosses his arms and his wings fluff up behind him. So, is that all you needed to see? Yeah, that's all. Good, because I got a dash. Zion flips his dagger up and down in his hand. A lot of monsters to beat, people to save. You know how it is. We can talk later when this whole thing's over, alright? Sure. Thanks, Zion. Zion sprints away, his wings fluttering behind him to speed him along as he runs through the streets. You silently curse under your breath. I know Zion's rough around the edges, Rex, but no, you're right. It's not him either. Even when he was a criminal, he was more like a vigilante. He always had a moral compass. He didn't want people to hurt. He just wanted the little guy to stop being walked over by the big guy. All I felt was someone frustrated with how unfair the cards he was dealt were. And he cares about the people around him not having to suffer like he did. He'd never hurt this city. There are too many people suffering in his eyes. He wants to help them, not hurt them. That must be why he's the judge. To give people second chances when they need them. Just like how he was given one. So it's not him. No. Let's find someone else. Maybe one of the other Star Secrets is close to the library. Alright. I'll follow your lead. These void monsters are terrifying. There's the courthouse. Wonder if there are people inside of there. Wonder if there's anyone inside of the library. Alrighty. Let's see. Is everything going okay over here? I don't see any more monsters. As you approach the library, you notice Ambrosia standing at the entrance and ushering several people inside. Lady Edith pokes her head out to speak with the Starseeker. Lady Edith, please ensure that no one leaves this area, Ambrosia instructs her. It's safer if you all remain indoors until the guards say it's safe to leave. Thank you so much, Ambrosia. I'll make sure everyone stays put. Good. If anyone else rushes by, take them in as well. I'll come back soon. Ambrosia! You and Ardan jog over to her side as Lady Edith closes the door. Ambrosia turns to you with a calculated stare. Greetings, Rex. Ardan. I apologize if my manners are a bit curt. The situation has me a bit stressed. She wipes her brow. Did you need anything? Yes, I'm sorry to bother you. I need to see one of your memories. How is that relevant to the situation at hand? It's imperative. We think it may help us come up with a solution to this crisis. Ambrosia shakes her head. You'll waste time if I make you explain the minutiae of your plans to me. I will cooperate for the sake of the city. Thanks, Ambrosia. You raise your hand and offer it to her. Should only take a second. Once it's done, you can get back to whatever you were doing. She nods slowly as she takes your hand. What do you need me to do exactly? Focus on the memory of when you became a Starseeker, and I'll do the rest. Focus. Very well. I can do that. She closes her eyes. I am focusing. Good. You close your eyes as well. You let the quiet prayers and pleas within the library fade away into white noise as you search for the memory in Ambrosia's mind. You stand in the throne room of the castle. The sun shines through the open windows with golden rays of light. King Darius stands on one end, exchanging quiet words with Bastion. You can't make out what they're saying. Their conversation is interrupted as the doors of the throne room creak open, and a young woman enters confidently. She holds her head up high with a neutral expression. You recognize this woman as Ambrosia, although she's much younger than you've seen her. She looks to be about your age in this memory. Ah, welcome, young lady. You must be Ambrosia Douglas, correct? This year's valedictorian of Erewhon's University. That is right, Ambrosia curtsies. It's an honor to meet you, Your Majesty. Please, rise. Darius motions for her to stand. There's no need for the formalities. We're here to celebrate your accomplishments, not mine. Ambrosia rises to her full height in compliance. I've heard that you're quite the bright young lady. You've excelled in every subject and exceeded the expectations of your professors. Your hard work has certainly paid off to bring you here. You should be proud. Thank you, Your Majesty. I also appreciated your speech before the courtyards earlier. It was very awe-inspiring. Ah, my speech. Yes, I was proud of that one too. How did it go again? He puts his fingers to his chin. The foundations of this city is built upon the hard work of the people and the cooperation between its citizens, guilds, and noble offices. The system will only improve over time as we continue to work together and strive for a better future. Darius's eyebrows raise in pleasant surprise. You remember all of that? Yes. He leans forward. What else do you remember? She considers his question before continuing. The safety of future generations relies on our continued support of one another. Erewhon, as the city of acceptance, is a safe haven where all are welcome. She pauses. Take your time. If you can't remember anymore.
No, it's not that. You paused for approximately 3.2 seconds at this point as you tried to remember the right words to say.
Bastion adjusts his monocle. Impressive. Wouldn't you say so, sir? Yes. Quite impressive. I've never met anyone with an eidetic memory before. It's no wonder you're at the top of your class. Actually, I believe this kingdom could use someone like you. Someone who knows how to keep track of everything that goes on around here, and remembers exactly what is said during meetings and diplomatic discussions.
Oh? I'm not sure I know what you mean.
Would you like to work with me in my council as our records keeper?
Really? Me?
Your talent's unlike anything I've ever seen. I couldn't think of anyone better to take on this role. What do you say, Miss Douglas?
Ambrosia beams happily. I would love to, Your Majesty.
You pull away from Ambrosia and stumble back into Ardan. Oh boy, you say in a breathy manner. It's not getting easier the more I do it. Take it easy if you have to. You're doing great.
Did my memory help you, Rex?
Yeah, it did. Thank you, Ambrosia.
I'm happy to help. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to hunt for more people who may be stuck outside.
She rushes past you.
I'll see you both later, once the portal's closed. Good luck with your mission.
You too.
As Ambrosia leaves, you stumble over to one of the pillars outside the library and rest your head against it in frustration.
Ardan walks forward and places a hand on your shoulder. It can't be Ambrosia either. Being a star seeker is her dream job. She was just a bright-eyed kid who wanted to make the world a better place. She works so hard at her job because she loves it. And she's always been there for me ever since the start. She does everything with a smile on her face. How could someone so nice do something like this? And if it's not her, we still have 2 other Star Seekers to talk to. Don't give up, Rex. We'll find the stranger eventually. You calmly inhale and exhale. Right. You're right. Let's get out of here. I'll follow your lead. Go ahead. Okay. Let's move it. Can we double back this way? It's the only thing I could think of. These monsters really are never ending. Thanks. Oh no! Even the waters run red. Come on. We can do this. Come on. Oh crap. Whoa. Maybe around here? You glance around the empty sidewalk surrounding the Erwin bank. You feel a slight chill in the air as you continue forward. Your foot almost slips on a patch of frost on the stone brick. Ardan lowers his head. Rex, keep your eyes peeled. I think Freya's nearby. He kneels down and picks up a stray patch of snow. See, this could only have been made by her magic. You glance at the snowdrift and notice another one nearby. Come on. There's a trail over here. You and Ardan follow the trail of snow. You round a corner and find your path blocked by a massive creature. A monstrous golem of ice. Shoot! You hiss as you reach for your weapon. Rex, stop! That's Freya's familiar. They're a friend, not a foe. Oh, shoot, right. Freya! Are you here? Ardan calls into the streets. You hear shuffling from nearby, and Freya rounds the corner. Ardan? What are you doing here? I have this section of the city handled. Rex and I came to find you, actually. Freya crosses his arms. Well, I appreciate the concern. I don't need any help. My frost is keeping the monsters at bay. We're not here because of that. I wanted to ask you how you became a Star Seeker. What a ridiculous question. We have bigger priorities than the King's hiring practices. I know, but I need this. I wish I could tell you more, but I can't. She glances at Ardan for confirmation. He nods. There's a method to our madness, Freya. Rex just needs to look to see your memory, and we'll be out of your hair. All right. She smooths her bangs out of her eyes. What do you need from me? Take my hand and focus on the memory of you becoming a Star Seeker. You tell her as you hold out your palm. She accepts and places her hand onto yours. A chill runs up your arm. Her hands are freezing cold. She notices you shiver. Sorry, that won't affect your process, will it? I can't turn that off. I can work with it. You close your eyes and try to brush off the cold. Slowly, the world around you fades away. This is the castle, right? We're in it. Is that Freya? You look around to take in the scene before you. You're in one of the hallways in the castle, but you can't identify which one. You notice Freya standing nearby, with her arms crossed as she stares at the ceiling. She messes with some frost around her fingers mindlessly, before a door opens and she quickly shuffles her hand behind her back. Thank you for agreeing to meet with me, Mr. and Mrs. Ebonglow, a male's voice says. You look toward the open door and notice Darius leaving the room with a group of 4 others you've never seen before. These 4 share a striking resemblance to Freya, with pure white hair and frosted fingertips. Their ears have subtle points, and their eyes are an icy blue. It was our pleasure, Your Majesty. One of them, a woman, bows to him. I'm glad we were able to speak with you personally on this matter. Aurora Alley has been thriving nicely, and it would please us to no end to know that our legacy is maintained in the kingdom of Erewhon. Your contributions to our arcane knowledge have not gone unnoticed. It's thanks to your family we were able to establish the Arcane Circle, after all. You're welcome at any time. Darius glances at Freya for a moment. Before you go, however, would you mind if I spoke with your daughter? It won't be for long, I just had a question for her. Freya raises an eyebrow at this. Of course, Your Majesty, the woman nods. We'll wait outside of the courtyard, all right, Freya? Whatever you say. I won't be long. As soon as Freya's family leaves, Darius begins to speak once more. I couldn't help but notice that you were sitting out of your parents' meeting. They insisted on bringing me along, but I didn't have any interest in hearing what they had to say. Darius raises an eyebrow. Your family's lineage built the foundations of places like Aurora Alley. I would assume that you'd be the one to inherit their legacy once your parents pass. Unfortunately. What's unfortunate about that? I'm not interested in the arcane. I know all I need already. The Ebonglow family may have established Aurora Alley, but I never agreed to maintain it. My sisters would be better candidates for a job like that. Then what are you interested in? Money. Simply put, money makes the world go round. The measure of a man isn't the magic in his soul, but the gold in his vault. Magic never won a war in REM. Money did. She continues as she places her hands on her hips. I can commend my family for helping Erewhon to become something greater than kingdoms like Olden. But beyond that, the financial status of Erewhon is what kept me interested in maintaining its status in Mythos. Really? There is such a thing as dangerous wealth.
If the rich abuse their wealth, then they have no right to carry it.
You're quite the knowledgeable party when it comes to finances, aren't you?
You could say that.
You know, I could do with someone with the ability to keep some of our nobility in check. With the founding of the Gilded Collective, I've noticed a shift in Erewhon's economy that I can't say I'm confident in my ability to monitor. Perhaps you'd be the right woman for the job.
Perhaps I would be. For the right price.
The cold feeling returns to your hand as you pull away. I can't feel my fingers.
Well, did you get what you needed?
Yes, you say as you shake out your hand. I got it.
Good. Then get out of here, you're distracting me.
You and Ardan step away as Freya returns to her post with her large icy creature. Ardan looks at you expectantly. Anything? What do you think? Ardan blinks at you as you take a deep breath. I'm sorry, I don't know where that came from.
It's fine.
It's fine, Rex. To be honest, I'm surprised you kept it together this long. You shake your head. It's still uncalled for. I just felt nothing but good intentions in Freya. She's got an icy exterior, but she has a heart of gold. She wants Erewhon to rise above and achieve its true glory. So I can't picture a world where she'd tear down the kingdom she worked so hard to build up. All she wants is to contribute in the most meaningful way she can. You rest your head in your hands. That means there's only Alexander left, but really? Vincent's brother? A traitor? I don't see it. I don't either. But we have to be thorough. What do we do if it's not him? I don't know, Rex. I'm lost, Ardan. We will get to the bottom of it. Don't worry. Come on. We can try to circle back toward the square from here. If Alexander's anywhere, he probably want to be near Bastion and the other troops. Okay. Let's get over there. Crap! Thanks, Ardan. Let's keep moving. Watch out, Ardan, behind you! Okay. Square's this way. You're getting closer. As you run through the streets, you notice a familiar face run by you toward the square. Alexander sprints forward with his sword drawn, cutting down monsters in his wake. Wait, Alex! Hey! Alexander skids to a stop and turns to you and Ardan. Ardan? Rex? Oh, it's good to see you both. I'm glad you're okay. Yeah, me too. But that's not important right now. I need your help. Of course, whatever you need. But know that Bastion and the other guards need me at the square. I can't leave them to their own devices forever. It'll only take a second. I just need to take a look at one of your memories. My what? You can do that? Long story. Why do you need to look at my memories? I need to see how you became a Starseeker. It might be the key to dealing with this whole mess. Is that okay? He nods. Fine. But do it quickly. Give me your hand. You and Alexander join hands and close your eyes. Focus on that memory. As long as you keep it in your mind, it'll make this faster for me. On it. Do whatever you need to. I trust you, Rex. You squeeze your eyes shut as you try to keep your focus on Alexander's mind. Although the panic from the lack of results causes your heart to pump louder and louder in your ears. The rhythmic beating puts you into a trance-like state as you drift away into the memory. You open your eyes to the Starseeker chamber you're familiar with. Darius and Alexander stand in the center of the room. Based on their appearances, Alexander looks a bit younger than Vincent currently is, while Darius looks almost entirely the same. Father, why'd you bring me here? Darius kneels down in front of Alexander and places his hands on his shoulders. Alexander, you are my oldest son, and you're a shining beacon of hope for the entirety of Erewhon. I think it's time that I show you what the job of a king entails. Alexander's eyes widen. But I thought you're going to be the next in line for the throne, once me and your mother are ready to step down. So you need to be prepared to take over for us and lead this kingdom. Can you do that? I'll make you proud, Father! Unfortunately, this will not be an easy journey. I don't want you to get the wrong impression. Being king is no simple task. It takes a lot of responsibility, and sometimes you need to make some rather difficult choices. I'm ready, Father. I'll do whatever it takes for the kingdom of Erewhon. If you're certain. In that case, I think it's time that you got one of these. Darius reaches into his back pocket and withdraws a celestial sash. Alexander takes it with glittering eyes. Is this? That's right. It's your rightful symbol as one of the members of Nox Requitor. I could think of no better way for you to learn the ways of being a king than by becoming a Starseeker first. He ruffles Alexander's hair. I would never leave my son in a position where he's not prepared for anything. Myself and my council will help you every step of the way. And if you do find that you hate the job of king, then I'm sure we'll find a way to— No, Father. I'm going to become king. Even if it's hard and even if I'm not happy. I can't ask you of that, Alex. Ask that of you, Alex. You're still my son. Above all else, I want you to be happy. And I want to make this city— no, this whole world a better place. I want to make a world where my kingdom and my family are safe and happy. I can only do that if I become king. I can do it. For you and Mother, and for my siblings. And I think you'll be the perfect king just yet. Welcome to Nox Requitor, Alexander. You step away from Alexander weakly. Alexander helps to catch you as you begin to wobble. Whoa, Rex, are you alright? I'm at my limit. You fought hard, Rex. Please, take care of yourself. I don't know what the city would do if you fell now. I'm okay. Thanks, Alexander. I hope my memory helped with your investigation with Ardan. It probably wasn't that interesting, but no, it was enough. It's my pleasure. Now, I must be off. Stay on guard, and good luck! Alexander gives you a small salute before running off. Ardan turns to you and crosses his arms. Well, it's over. Rex, don't. It's over, Ardan! Not a single one of them could do this! They all love this kingdom, and they love each other! No one this good could do something so vile! You grind your teeth so hard your jaw aches, but your mind won't let you stop. The stranger wants to see this kingdom destroyed. Why else would they hurt Blythe, or help Esmeralda? But everyone I spoke to today, they all meant well. They're good people, damn it! None of the Starseekers are evil! I feel disgusted for even thinking they could be the ones to cause this. Why? Why is this happening? How is this fair? Ardan stares at you as you shake. The world glows blurry as your eyes struggle to focus. You feel mist forming in your eyes. Why don't you look at my memories, Rex? You pause, confused. You turn toward Ardan as you blink away your tears. Why? What good would that do? It's only fair. You wanted to search the memories of every Starseeker. And that should include me. I don't want you to pardon me based on bias. You should see if I'm capable of doing something like this. You look down for a moment, then back to him. Okay. You hold out both of your hands, and he takes them firmly. Focus on the memory you want me to see. I know just the one. He murmurs quietly. He lowers his head. Whenever you're ready. Your ears ring as you drown out the noises of distant fighting, and you focus on the memories within Ardan's mind. Ardan. Your eyes flicker open as a woman's voice coos nearby. Come on, sleepyhead. It's time to wake up. You lift your head as the scene unfolds before you. You look around the quaint home in confusion. You've never seen this place before. You gaze out the window and see the countryside. The landscape is dotted with the occasional cottage instead of wheat fields. Is this outside the city? I'm up. You turn back toward the voices. A woman you've never seen before leans over Ardan with a smile as he sits up in bed. He stretches his arms and yawns. Is it morning already? Or am I still dreaming? I hope you're not dreaming, silly. Otherwise, what does that make me? You're the woman of my dreams. What else? He leans forward and gives her a kiss on the forehead. She runs her fingers through his hair lovingly. I have breakfast set up on the table, all right? Have I ever told you how perfect you are? Once or twice, maybe. I'll have to pump those numbers up then. Who is that? Ardan stands up and begins to walk out of the bedroom. Has anyone come to the door yet this morning? He asks her casually. Oh, the neighbors did come by to drop something off. They said they borrowed one of our tools yesterday? That's right. Good. Couldn't finish my work without it. Also, my parents asked if we wanted to have dinner with them this week. They sent a letter and... Before she can finish her sentence, she leans against a wall and begins to cough. Ardan turns to her quickly. Hey. He rushes to her side and rubs her shoulders. Are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. This cough hasn't gone away yet. Maybe we should go to the clinic. It's not normal for a cold to last this long. It's fine, I promise. Let's just enjoy our breakfast for now, okay? All right. If you're sure. I love you. I love you too. Your hands slip out of his grip as you step back to look at him sorrowfully. Ardan? What was that? He opens his mouth to respond and rubs his head. I suppose my mind started to wander a bit. I'm sorry, Rex. Who was that woman? Ardan's hand twitches. It's not important anymore, but... He puts on a smile. Once upon a time, that woman was my wife. You are married? But... not anymore. She's gone now. Oh. I'm sorry. You have nothing to apologize for. You weren't even in REM when it happened. It was a long time ago. He looks out somberly at the portal in the sky. He closes his eyes and takes a careful breath before speaking. Cherish the things you hold dear, Rex. You never know when you might lose them. He turns back to you. What's your estimation of me? Aside from your loss, I also felt your hope, your belief, and your desire for this world to be a better place. That's why you're the Valorant of Unity. You truly believe in love and life above all else. If the world were in your hands, you wouldn't let a single person ever suffer. You're a hero. Right. And we're out of Star Seekers. And therefore our plan failed. What are we gonna do now? Can't let everyone down. This mess has to end. We should try to meet up with Lily. Maybe she's found a way to deal with Blythe by now. And if we stop Blythe, we stop the portal. When the chaos settles, maybe we can figure it out then. If that's what you think is best, I'll follow your lead. Okay. Let's go. What's this happen?
Hey,
Hey! Well, what's the plan? Do you have anything?
sort of.
Lily wipes her brow.
I think we managed to wear down Blythe's defenses. And we found a bunch of twisted creatures around the city that seemed to be a part of her.
And you defeated them?
Yeah, the lady theorizes that it should have weakened her. And what about you and... where are the others? Why is Ardan with you?
He was helping. And I needed someone to look after the vestiges. Rex! You okay? Rex glances back at Ellis, Vincent, and London as they rush back to his side. What are you guys doing here? While we were at the house, we felt the energy close to the portal begin to weaken. Whatever you did must have worked. We're here to help.
Good. We'll need all the help we can get.
Miley turns to the lady.
Open the portal.
The lady nods and waves her hand. A normal-sized portal forms at her side, and she motions for everyone to enter. Lily and her team walk forward to enter without a moment's hesitation. Rex starts to follow, but Ardan stops him. Rex, what's up? I'm going to stay on the ground. I don't know how things are going to go up there, but if things get worse down here, I want to be ready to stop it. You furrow your brow. Okay. Careful, Ardan. Thanks for your help today, and sorry again. Ardan gives you a weak smile. Go. Be the hero. The city needs one. Rex and his friends stride forward and leave Ardan behind. Rex glances at Lily. Ready?
I'm ready.
The two stand shoulder to shoulder and take a deep breath before walking through the ladies' portal. You step onto the floating platform cautiously and look around. You can hear the quiet hum of the crimson portal above you, and the echo of dark creatures shrieking from its confines.
This is ominous. Where's Blythe? I don't know.
A cool wind blows past all of you, causing a shiver to run up Rex's spine. He gets a horrible pit in his stomach. Something's coming. He whips his head around in search of the source of this feeling. Eventually, his eyes land on two dark, empty voids staring back at him from the edge of the air arena. Lily, look out! Rex rushes to Lily's side and pushes her down as Blythe's loose form blasts directly at her. Lily and Rex roll off the ground as their companions draw their weapons.
I miss Blythe. Look, you're okay. We're here to help you. Shut up, you worthless insect.
That's not normal.
I didn't ask for your help.
She struggles to speak. Her body collides with the ground as she drags herself toward you. In her wake are trails of sludge, and small figures begin to grow from the dark goop. Faces scream and shout from the ooze. Your fault, you monster, you disgusting creature! You can't help but cover your ears as Blythe continues forward.
You shouldn't have gotten in my way. Now you're pretty light. I'll tear it away from you. I'll level this whole city, and there's nothing you will do to stop me. I don't want to hurt you, Blythe. Too bad. Because...
Blythe's form bubbles as she begins to float through the air, and her mouth stretches into a smile.
I'm really good at hurting people like you.
Oh, crap!
Ah!
Okay, what is this we're standing on?
I don't even fully know. There's these weird plants.
I thought you said we weakened her!
I did!
Oh,
There were these different
crap.
parts of her spread throughout the city, and
Oh, no more of her tendrils!
how is she still this? Ah. Come on.
You're sure we can save her?
Yes, I'm positive. This
Okay.
is Blight we're talking about.
Then we don't give up. Let's keep going.
Okay.
You
Watch
just
out, she's in
find
the
some
air.
good ground to stand on.
There's not much, I won't lie to you.
But we have to make it work.
Come on. You're right. Blight,
Come on.
it's gonna be okay, just... Yeah! You're not in the mood for talking. Understood.
Watch out!
Thank you
More of
for
that
the
ooze
others.
is coming
You
up.
just need to find a way to get through to her.
Come on!
Did you find anything that could be useful to help here?
I can't get this stuff off of me!
It just...
It's like it clings to you, and then it just
Yeah.
spreads!
Try to find spaces where there isn't any goop.
It's like it's
It's
trying to
far and
suck
few
me
between, but
down.
there is... Ah!
Blythe grabs her head in pain.
You're so annoying. Why? I'm not going to give up on you, Blythe. Please, I'm still here. No. No, you're not. You're just like everyone else, all of you.
However, the tendrils of darkness and the sludge monsters that crawl from the puddles of her form begin to shrivel and weaken.
You don't have to be afraid. I don't know what you're hearing or seeing right now, but it's not real. You have to snap out of it. Don't come near me. I don't want to.
However, Blythe cuts herself off.
You're trying to get rid of me, aren't you? You hate my guts, all of you do. I tried to capture and destroy you. You have no reason to show me pity.
The creatures strengthen once again.
No, come on. You were getting through to her for a second. It looks like something inside of her is fighting to not listen to you. That means there's still a piece of Blythe trying to see reason. It's not too late. Keep trying, Lily. I'm not giving up.
Oh, crap.
Come on, Blythe. You know what the truth is. You know why we're here.
No! This place is cracking right now. I almost just got
understand that.
thrown
We have to
down.
Keep going. Keep pushing. We can get through to her. I know it.
Is it just me or does it feel like that portal's trying to suck us in?
Blythe!
Careful!
Just listen to me, please! I just want to help you!
Come on.
Come
Watch out!
Ah, tendrils are everywhere!
The sludge, get it off of me! Quickly! Get off!
Trying. Blythe, I know you can still see reason. I know you're in there.
Oh crap! Come on. If we don't close this portal, the whole city.
So much sludge
Oh,
everywhere. Come
come
on.
on. I'm not trying to hurt you, Blythe, I promise!
All I want to do is help you.
You gotta stop
just-
this!
You have to let us. You have to let us in.
Come on. Oh, the sludge!
We're not going to hurt you. Just stop.
Blythe shouts at you all as she holds out her hands. They're trembling greatly.
Please. Stop. Blythe?
Blythe's body begins to quake as she takes several steps back.
I can't do this anymore.
She stares at you all with a sorrowful expression.
I don't want to fight you guys. I don't want to fight anyone.
She sniffles.
I don't want to be the bad guy. I just want to be your friend, but it's all ruined, isn't it?
She looks up at the portal.
I ruined everything. Blythe, don't say that. We can fix this. You're gonna be fine. Don't let me fix it this time. It'll just happen again and again. Too dangerous to be around.
Her hands inch up to hug herself.
I can't do this anymore. I'm done hurting people. I don't think I belong here anymore. I have to go. Blythe,
What are you trying to say?
I'm gonna put myself away again. Those dread guys were right. I'm not going to let anyone else get hurt because of me. No, you can't be serious, Blythe. Don't do that. What is she doing? She's going to seal herself away in the void. What? It's the only choice I have. Don't try to stop me, my lady.
You see the lady's knees start to buckle.
Lily. Please, you have to stop her. I love her as if she were my own. Stop this, Blythe! Get back here this instant!
Riley, what do we do?
Blythe, get away from there this instant! That is an order! Sorry, my lady. But I'm going. And you're not gonna stop me. Goodbye. No. I'm not losing anyone like that. Not again! Wait. Lily, don't!
Riley! You stare in horror as Lily and Blythe vanish into the portal. Foolish girl! The lady curses under her breath. That portal's destination was the void itself! She won't last in a realm like that! What? Lydia snaps at the lady. That void? London shivers. The fur on her hair stands on end. Bring them back now! I can't. The lady shakes her head. I have no idea where they could have gone. It'd be more likely that whatever portal I opened would unleash something rather unwanted than your friends. There has to be something we could do! That's our captain in there! If I had the power, trust me, I would! Don't you think I want Blythe back as much as you want your captain? Okay. Guys, let's chill out. We can think of something. Before you can finish talking, the entire platform you're standing on begins to shudder. The rubble starts to fly back up into the giant crimson portal overhead, which also starts to shrink and close. Uh-oh! Alice waves her arms around to maintain her balance. We're running out of rock to stand on, idiots! What are we supposed to do about that?
Don't you have a spell for this, Aiden?
No! I can barely use the spells I have! Brace yourselves! You open your eyes as you try to blink off the crimson glow that burns behind your eyelids. You sit up on the floor and look around. You and your friends are all on solid ground in the square. But how did you get here? You remember something glowing underneath you all, and then nothing. You rub your head and look around to try to find the source of your salvation. Your eyes land on the lady, as a glow fades from her eyes. The lady exhales calmly as the portal above you seals. Did she save you? Thanks, lady. Oh, thank the gods! Alice bursts out in relief. I just saw my life flash before my eyes! Aiden squeaks. You turn back to the lady hesitantly. Why did you do that? You could have let us fall, but you saved us. After all of this, you still think I'm the bad guy? The lady raises an eyebrow. I may be the leader of the Alakram Edict, but that doesn't mean I want to needlessly sacrifice innocent lives. Besides, Blythe would be unhappy if I let you perish. If she comes back, she'll want to see you alive. Hey, not if. When? Rex, Lily's going to get to Blythe, and they're going to both come back. I know she'll figure this out. But the lady just said she went into the void. I'm no expert on realms, but even I know that a place called the Void must be a cesspool of darkness. I'm sure it's not that bad, right? The darkness of the Void is not the problem with that realm. Darkness has never been the problem. Not fully. People are just terrified of that which they cannot understand. No one understood Blythe. That is, until your friend came along. She saw Blythe for who she really was. A girl in need of companionship and acceptance. Somehow I know that you're right, Fixer of Heroin. Those two will be okay, even in a place like that. Yeah, we just have to have faith in them, and— Rex! A voice calls to you frantically. You turn and find two figures hobbling toward you. Your eyes widen. Zion carries Ambrosia with her arm over his shoulder. She has a wound in her temple that drips down her face, and several other cuts in her body. Zion's is in similar shape, and despite trying to stand tall to carry Ambrosia, he has a clear limp due to an injury in his leg. Zion! You rush to his side to check on both of them. What happened? Is Ambrosia okay? I don't... Zion stammers before his knees start to buckle. Vincent, Ellis, and London rush to your side to help the two. Vincent takes Ambrosia from Zion, and Ellis holds him up. London does her best to heal some of their wounds. Did the monsters do this? No. They all disappeared after that big portal closed. Something worse happened. He winces and pushes himself out of Alice's grip. Hey! She starts to protest. I'm fine. Give me back and follow me. Alright, lead the way, but if you need help, I can do this. I just needed to come get you. I can explain everything when you get there. We'll stay here and wait for Lily. You guys go ahead. Alice, Vincent, London, and the ladies follow after you as you trail behind Zion. Sure. Go. I'm right behind you. You and your friend step into the clinic as an incredible feeling of dread overtakes your stomach. You're shoved to the side as several nurses rush in and out of the room, frantically tending to every injured Starseeker in the area. Bastion's breathing is ragged as he clutches a wound at his side. Various nurses attempt to patch his critical injury while Alexander's arm is being wrapped in a splint. Nearby, a limp Freya is completely unconscious in her bed. A nurse is holding her wrist to monitor her heartbeat, as others wrap her body with gauze. Zion stumbles past you and rests Ambrosia on one of the cots. His hands shudder as his wings drag on the ground. Hey, someone make sure Ambi's okay. Of course, Grandjudge, right away! The nurses rush to Ambrosia's side. Good. That's good. As soon as Ambrosia's tended to, you watch Zion's eyes roll back into his head as he crumples to the ground. Zion! You cry as you try to lift him off the ground. Vincent curses under his breath. Tend to the Grandjudge as well! Now! You glance at the conscious Starseekers. What happened to all of you? We were divided across the entire city, trying to deal with the monsters. But they weren't what did us in. Someone attacked us. Who attacked you? The Olden assassin. What? You take a step back, aghast. How? My apologies, sir. My efforts were inadequate. It's not your fault, Bastion. Alexander weakly shakes his head. You would have dealt with her easily any other day, but she wasn't alone. She wasn't. No. There's someone else present. They had an artifact of immeasurable power. We never saw it coming. A stranger. Based on the timetable we gathered, we were all attacked within minutes of each other. We have no idea how our assailants moved that fast. Alexander looks at Zion as he chokes back to life, having been finally resuscitated by several attendants. The only reason we're all still here is because Zion found us. I have no idea how, but even after getting attacked, he stayed standing long enough to find us all. You feel your hands go numb as you make a chilling realization. Where's Ardan? Alexander's expression goes dark. I haven't seen him. I never found him. I was looking, but nothing. You don't think... No. There's no way that Ardan died. He must be alive out there! The Valorant of Unity is a strong man. Even with those two assailants out there, he wouldn't have let himself fall. I'll find him. He needs my help. You turn back toward your friends. We need to go now and... Again, you pause. You stare between Vincent, Alice, London, and the lady, who watches the conversation unfold from afar. Your heart begins to race. We're all here. Yeah? All the more people to search with, right? What's the problem? No one's looking after the vestiges. You watch all of your companions grow pale.
What the hell? How did this happen?
Get out of my way!
Vincent, be careful! This can't be real, can it? Is this seriously happening?
They're gone. They're all gone.
Check again, damn it! That can't be possible.
Start searching.
Search where? They're gone.
Cherish the things you hold dear, Rex.